Hello guys, this is my second video for this same slot called Downtown in Doubleucasino. Now, the reason I'm making this video is somebody commented here, Kathy I believe it was, that she wasn't sure how I was doing it, and so I'm trying to make another video to explain a little better. Last time my audio was a little messed up, so maybe it was hard to hear. I'm going to try to be a little more in-depth, and I'll create a link on my main video for people that want a little more in-depth exactly how to do this. So go to slots and select old downtown and pick a slot, doesn't matter. Alright, now, as before, you always have to pay attention to the third reel on the slot machine. You need to know at all times about where it is. You're looking to hit on the 9 and the 3, and then also the 6 times. And I say it like that because the 9 and the 3 are together, and the 6 comes a little bit after. Main goal is to go for 9 and 3 because that's where you're going to get most of your hits. Now, the 6 times does end up being a value bet, like I stated before, and I'll show you how to bet on that as well. Alright, so the first one, I'm not sure exactly where we are because this rotation comes in a few times on the wheel. But if it is, if it's past the 9 and the 3, and this is the first wild, I would bet. So, might as well just bet, just to kind of show you. I hadn't spinned yet, so we'll see where I'm at. But I think if this is the right spot, it actually has a chance to land on the 6 times. And pretty close. Alright. And I knew that because I've seen this wheel. I mean, I've played this game so many times. I'm gonna go ahead and go back down to 9,000 bet and spin here. All right. This is the first spin after the 6, and there's a wild and a 7 showing, so I know that where I'm at. And because of my rule that I stated before, if you see a wild or a 7, and unless it's the first wild after the 9 and 3, you don't bet. You just spin. So I'm going to go ahead and spin. Alright, now we're at the jackpot. Now this spot is 2 spins until we get back to the 9 and 3. So I'm going to go ahead and spin once. And now I'm going to make a bet. And we spun under, but we're pretty close. So we're going to go ahead and try to spin back around. We passed up the wild. We passed up the jackpot quite a bit. There's a little 7 peeking there, so I know the next spin is a good indication that it's not going to land on anything. At least anything on the third wheel. Now see, we hit a 6 times, but again, we're only betting on that third wheel. So I'm going to spin again. And I knew that I was far enough along where I was going to pass that up. But now that I passed it up, I'm not too far past it. I know the wild is next. So I'm very close to that 6 times. I'm going to go ahead and place a bet here. And didn't hit it again, but very close. And, you know, that's going to happen. You just got to keep at it. Eventually it will pay off. So we're spinning here. There's a wild here. So I know there's a good chance nothing will be next. There's another wild. So I'm not going to land on any. Oh, this is the first one. It might hit the 6. Yeah, got close. There's the 6. We're going to spin past it. There's nothing past the 6. It hit it 3 times. There's another wild, and that's also an indicator that we can keep spinning without a bet. And we're back to the jackpot. Now the jackpot, just letting you know, 2 spins away for a chance to hit the 9 and the 3. So we're going to go ahead and bet. And it passed it up. It landed in between. Pretty common. We're going to go ahead and spin again. Okay, we're pretty far along. We have a 7 on this reel. If you lose kind of exactly where you are, like I said, a good indicator is to go ahead and bet if there's a 7. And there's another 7. Spin again. Okay, we're back just past the 9 and 3 times. The wild should be coming up like the next one after this triple bar. And so I'm going to go ahead and bet because it's in a decent spot for that 6 times. And didn't hit it, but we got some of our money back. And spin. Alright, and we hit 777s. Again, it's not on the 3, the 6, or the 9, so we don't care. Just keep going. And also it's on the wild, so then it shouldn't hit anything next. Alright, there you see the wild poking out there. This is the first wild past the 9 and the 3. We're going to up our bet. And there's the 6 times. And that made us 432 million. So we're going to go back to 9,000 and roll because nothing's coming up after the 6. And that's a wild. So also, like I said earlier, if you lose track, wild's a good indication that you're not going to hit anything unless, again, if it's the one after the 9 and the 3. So. Alright, so we went a little further past the wild. So when I land here, of course there's a 7. Go ahead and spin without betting. We're a little further than I like to be on the reel here, but there is a slight chance that it could hit the 9 and a very slight chance on the 9, but the decent chance actually on the 3 times. So you can go ahead and bet here. Plus there's no 7 or wild. And I accidentally hit it. That's okay. Typically, we would actually made more money there, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and spin. My palm hit the spin button when I went to change the thing. Alright, and we'll go ahead and spin around. No wild or 7. And I've kind of lost count where I was on the reel. I think this is a good place to bet. I think we're coming up on the 9 and the 3, and there's no 7 or wild, so there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to hit something here. Alright, right in between them. Hit the wild, so we got our money back. Again, we're steadily gaining just a little bit, but also I haven't hit anything good, so this is why this game makes money, is you don't really lose much, but when it hits, you're going to gain a lot. Alright, we're on the wild. We're going to go ahead and spin. Alright, there's a wild there. And again, that's the first wild after the 9 and 3, so we're going to place a bet. And almost. then we'll just keep going, get back into position, spin another time because we're near 7. And again, we're near 7, keep spinning. Now we're in a position to bet. It's a little further up than I'd like, but it's not a bad spot. This actually hits pretty good. This is the one past the triple bar. Oh, almost. So you can see I'm having a little bit of trouble hitting them, but also look at the money. I haven't really lost anything. I should fall right before the 6. Yep, just slightly. So we're going steadily here. 7, so keep spinning. Wild, first wild past 9 and 3, I'm going to bet. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing over and over. But if you do this, eventually. Alright, so now we passed up to 6. The next spin should fall short of the 9 times. And it does. The 9 is about 3 places up. So we're going to spin past. Alright, now we're going to spin twice, because that was the jackpot. Now this is actually my ideal spot, and we're going to bet. And there's 3 times. Now the reason that's my ideal spot is because it actually has a chance of landing on both the 9 and the 3. And of course, it didn't hit with anything, so I'm going to keep spinning. First past the wild, or first wild past the 9-3, we're going to bet. Missed again. There's the jackpot. Should be 2 spins away. Landed on the triple bar. This is a good spot. And we bet. And there you go. 9 times bar, which is about 2 billion something. 1.9, I think. But anyways, this right here, I'm almost up 2 billion in hardly any time. Alright, well, I hope this helped you out, and I really can't explain it any better than that. Alright, have a good day.